Alright, you're welcome to this lesson, and in this video we have been asked to solve this problem using the product rule. The first question says that x squared sine x, and second one says that x e to the power of x, and the rule says that if we have two functions written like this, that is y is equal to f of x and g of x, and this function multiplies each other, then we can find its derivative using the product rule by saying the x of this function will be equal to differentiate the first function and keep the second one beside it. Add this result to keep the first function and differentiate the second function. If you are able to do this, then you have just defined this function f of x and g of x. So let's apply this rule to the first question that says x squared sine x. So let's say we have h of x to be the question, x squared sine x. So we can say that f of x here is x squared, and we can say that g of x here is what? Sine x. If this is true, this will imply that f prime of x here by the power rule will be equal to what? 2x. And by the power rule as well, sine g prime of x will be equal to what? Cosine of x. Let's apply this rule here and see what we get. So the y dx for the first function is equal to, now the first one is f prime of x. What is that? F prime? 2x. So we have 2x multiplied by what? What is that? G of x? Sine x plus, it says now f of x is what? X squared, and g prime is what? Cosine x, which means that our result the y dx is equal to 2x sine x plus x squared cosine x. This is for the first problem, and the second problem says that let's make that g of x as well. So we have h of x of that to be x e to the power of x, which is our question. Now we can pick again f of x to be what? X, and we have g of x to be what? E to the power of x. So this will imply that f prime of x here is simply 1, and this implies that g prime of x here is simply, as we know, e to the power of x by the power rule as well. And power rule says that e to the u times u prime. So by the product rule computation, we have the y dx for this function to be f prime is 1, and we are keeping g of x, which is what? E to the power of x, plus we are keeping f of x now, which is what? X, and g prime is e to the power of x. So everything, the y dx for the second function will become e to the power of x plus x e to the power of x. If I factor e to the power of x, I get e to the power of x into 1 plus x. This is the result when we differentiate x e to the power of x using the power rule. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.